If you could pick one thing from every Battlefield game to bring into the next game, what would it be? My name is Ace, welcome back. With the return of Portal into the new game and recent comments from David Sirlin that they are cherry-picking things from each Battlefield to bring into the new Battlefield game, and of course the possible Battlefield 3 direction we saw in the reveal trailer last week, inspired me to offer my opinion about what to pick from each Battlefield game. To set some rules beforehand, I will be starting from Battlefield 3, because the older Battlefields I barely remember at this point, so I need your help here. If you do remember them, let me know in the comment section what you wish to return from those games. With that out of the way, let's start with Battlefield 3. And boy oh boy, the GOAT game has so many things to offer on us that it's really hard to pinpoint just one thing. But since this is our little game for this video, for me personally, it has to be, of course, the vehicle design. And by that I mean specifically tank and jet designs. I think we can all agree that both of these were rather simple to use, but to truly master them you needed a few hundred hours in them to really test yourself. With each passing, let's say 10th hour in them, you would most certainly notice that you get away with more things, such as more kills, less deaths, more objective captures, and so on. That is because the skill ceiling was honestly basically endless in those vehicles. From becoming a perfect dogfighter who can also rain death on the ground, or a tank driver that really understands reactive armor mechanic and how to apply it in tank versus tank scenarios, or tank versus multiple infantry scenarios. I know many people prefer Battlefield 4 vehicle design, but honestly, Jet was a shadow of its former self, at least the stealth jet, and Tank was dumbed down to glitch shots and knowing just how to use HMG 100% accuracy bug. No, seriously, take it from me, I played competitively as a tank driver and won over 10 tournaments in Battlefield 3 and BF4. What set you apart as a good vehicle operator in BF4 is just knowing the maps, like the back of your pocket rather than vehicle mechanics themselves. For that reason, this is why I'm picking the vehicle mechanics for Battlefield 3. Let's move on to Battlefield 4. Again, there's a few things I would like to pick here, and I'm torn between gunplay and UI design, both are excellent. Now, if you watched my Battlefield 4 review from October, I'll leave link in the description if you haven't, you would know I am a big enjoyer of Battlefield 4 UI design. From minimap to the amount of control we had over our UI, it's simply unmatched, even today. So I will go with that. When you think about Battlefield 2042 UI, many people really didn't like it, and I think UI is very important in Battlefield games. They unironically add to the longevity of the game. Hear me out here. If Battlefield 4 had bad UI on launch on top of every other fucking problem it had, it would have been an even bigger disaster. Then people from DICE LA would also have to rework the whole damn UI on top of fixing the entire game, which was completely broken. So for next Battlefield, this has to be nailed. I truly believe that. If you look at nice and compact UI when you game, it adds longevity. I had to repeat myself, but let's say you play any of the modern CODs, the UI is so bland, packed with so much shit at some point you just can't stare at it anymore. This is how I felt, for example, when I played Call of Duty Modern Warfare from 2022. Basically my last Call of Duty. I really hated the UI in that game, and I don't want to see such a UI in Battlefield ever. How important is UI for you in the next Battlefield game? Do you not care so long as the game is good, or is it something that's, make or break it for you? Let me know in the comment section. With that being said, let's move on to Battlefield Hardline. And listen, I know how people feel about this game, and at some point I'll make a whole video on Hardline. To make it short here, I really enjoyed the gunplay in Hardline and its unique game modes. Heist and Blood Money were really fun on most maps in that game. One feature I always enjoyed from there is that you can pick up ammo and health from your teammates' back. I know this returned in Battlefields after Hardline, but it just goes to show that the game had at least something original in its rather generic bones. I know that David Sirlin, who is now working on Battlefield 6, is also bringing back this feature. He brought it back in BF5, we're gonna have it here. So let's give Hardline credit at least for this one feature. So that's the feature I'm gonna pick for Battlefield Hardline. Battlefield 1. Okay, wow. This is another hard one for me. From its unique special vehicles, really simplistic but fun gunplay, and its signature immersion, it's hard yet again to pick just one thing. I would have probably went for its unique vehicles because they were really epic and fun, but I understand since we know that the next Battlefield game is modern, making something like this at this stage is almost impossible. So I will go here with its signature immersion and sound design. I'm also talking about its overtime music, when you're low on tickets, when those trumpets start to blast your ears until you fucking bleed. Those trumpets. This immersion, without any shadow of a doubt, is why Battlefield 1 still has, to this day, many servers online in Europe at least, and for me personally, it's the easiest way to hop in and record some content for you guys when the selection is so great. The sound design has to be nailed in the next Battlefield game. It is very important to the longevity of the game, and Battlefield 1, nearly 10 years after release, stands as a testament to that. So please DICE, please Mr. Sirland, please all the hype audio engineers, hear me out here, deliver great sound design. Battlefield 5 for me is very straightforward. What I want from there, if you watch many of my Battlefield 1 videos, I mention it sometimes, and that is of course the personal medpack every class had for itself. I really think this brought class balance more in line. In all the Battlefield games, medic was played for this reason more than other classes. There's just nothing as valuable as the ability to simply heal yourself from the grenade you took or random damage that just naturally happens in this massive 64 versus 64 games. It was just nice knowing when I spawned a support in Battlefield 5 that I can look at a flank and think to myself, okay, I can do this. Worst case, if I take too much damage from that guy watching the flank, I can heal up and carry on. You play much more reserved in all the Battlefield titles as non-medic classes, as the health region is just very slow, so you're looking for a medic across the map if you ever find one so you can heal up. So for me, this is the main thing from Battlefield 5 I want back. And if that's not an option, maybe just slight faster health region would be fine also, honestly. One other thing worth mentioning is that if Battlefield 5 didn't have this mechanic, I would have then chosen its movement instead. I'm a big fan of movement in Battlefield 5, so that would be my secondary pick. Battlefield 2042, the last game on our list, didn't have much to write home about, like holy fuck. But one thing I would pick from it, and DICE Audit did that, and that is of course Portal. Listen, I'm not a fan of Battlefield 2042 Portal, but I think the idea is still solid. It's just criminally deployed in Battlefield 2042. I want the actual mechanics of the era of the games I pick in Portal to be in it. I remember the first time I spawned a Battlefield 3 tank in Battlefield 2042 Portal, and it was just a Battlefield 2042 tank. Had none of the mechanics of Battlefield 3 tank, and I felt, very frustrated, and I never played Portal again. This was my experience with Portal, and I think a lot of us had similar experiences like that. And if you had such an experience, let me know in the comment section. What was your experience? Were you let down by Portal? And how do you feel about it coming back? I think this topic is a really deep topic actually about Portal, and still Portal possibilities are endless in my opinion. But it just felt like rushed crap in Battlefield 2042, and unfinished. Like, I don't know what the fuck was that even. Now they confirmed it's coming again, so this is their second attempt at it, and this time I hope it's done right. But only time will tell. One thing time has told us is that longer we wait for Battlefield games, the better they are. So hopefully that is the case also with the new game. Off topic, isn't Marcus Monolith just such a good map? It's so fun to play. Infantry here, it really is. This whole Aftermath DLC is just incredible. I want this type of fun in the new game. I'm just watching this as I'm commenting towards the end of the video. I'm just thinking, my god guys, this map is just so fun. I hate playing Infantry in some of the other Battlefield games, but BF3, I don't know, it just clicks, You know what? I'm picking one other thing from Battlefield 3. Just bring the Aftermath DLC, dude. All maps are amazing, okay? You could make an argument that Aftermath DLC, actually it's not even an argument, just fucking factual. Aftermath Battlefield 3 DLC is better than Delta Force, and it's better than Battlefield 2042 combined. Like, just the DLC. It's better. I'm sorry. I'll fight you on this. I really will. With that being said, thank you for watching. You know what to do. Leave a like and subscribe. Leave a comment for the algorithm. And yeah, follow me on Twitter, Bluesky, whatever the hell socials you use. And I'll see you next time. Take it easy. Bye-bye.